Yo, what up? What up? What is going on out there in the world? Man, let's sport about it. Let's sport about it. Let's sport about it. I got EJ in the building. What up, EJ? How you feeling, dog? It is game day, and we about to
Indeed.
get down to it. Yep. What to do, everybody? This is Doc. This is EJ in the building. He got his game on today. I don't have a game on today. I'm just a fan. I got a text this morning, man. Somebody said, "Hey, some of us are cheering for our teams, and others are watching the game for the love of football." And guess what? I'm watching for the love of football. So it's gonna be
He
all
just love
about
football today.
it's love of football for me. For you though, it looks like a little bit different. What you got going on, EJ? All right, what up, man?
Hey, it's nothing. We're not even gonna be shy or short about it. It's game day. It's game day, everybody. We're gonna go ahead and take the Seahawks down. Ain't nothing to it, man. We're gonna make it quick and easy. All I gotta say is it's gonna be very questionable for him. It's a very questionable game time decision game for him. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, here the excuses starting already, huh? The excuses starting already. It's already
I,
starting with the excuses. I don't
I'm
know.
ready.
Hey, they be hedging they bet. I know people that be hedging they bet. They be going for their team, but then they saying, but they might lose if this, and I really don't do this, and blah 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 blah. Be 10 toes down. I'm always 10 toes down, right or wrong. I'm going at it. Telling you. So that hedging your bet, are y'all gonna win or are y'all gonna lose? That's the question. What y'all gonna do?
Next week we'll be seeing the Seahawks, or next week we'll be seeing the Bears or the Texans.
Bears or the Texans? You confused, man. You talking about the Bears or the Rams? You might be
The
right though.
Rams,
You might be right
yeah,
though. You might be
yeah,
right.
yeah. The Bears
Imagine
or the
the
Rams.
Bears or the Texans in the Super Bowl, right? Anyways, it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something. Hey man, look, check it out, man. For y'all that haven't caught on yet, this is formerly If You Say So. We are now Let's Sport About It. We talking sports all the time, not just football. We got basketball, baseball. We're gonna throw some soccer in there when it gets hot. Anything y'all we see that's hot and we feel like talking about, we gonna talk about it. Just like right now, before we even get into the breakdown of these games, we gonna talk about John Harbaugh. My
That's
goodness,
hot.
Harbaugh. What have you done for me lately? Ooh, yeah. Because he had a better team in Baltimore. It could do nothing. What you think about this Harbaugh? I got some things to say about that, but I got some pieces to chop about that one. But I'm gonna let you go.
I think it's all about potential. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I believe that the Giants reached out to him. About potentially being a coach for them. But as far as him going on with them, I think he just sees a lot in that team. There's some guys that can definitely have potential in year two, year three. You got some guys that are some rookies out there as far as QB running back. One had a season-ending injury that he's gonna have to shake back from. Of course, Jackson Dart. He's gonna have to. Oh, you don't want him to end up as a two, always taking those concussions or anything. But I think he sees potential in that team, and it was nothing shy by it. They were an exciting team this past season in those few games that they did all play together and they looked healthy. And it's a fun watch. Going from Lamar Jackson, someone who you coached to be a two-time MVP, to now going to New York, it's gonna be fun to see.
Man, listen. Let me tell you something, brother. Lamar Jackson is 10 times better than Jackson Dart ever gonna be, in my opinion.
Definitely.
Derrick Henry is way better even in his later years than Scatterboo. Okay. And Flowers is on par with his veteran, skills and skill sets he's achieved in the game with the, simple elite talent of a neighbors who is coming off injury. So who knows how he's going to respond. So you go from a team with better talent to a team with rookies and lesser talent, and they think all of a sudden they're just going to be great. Like come on, man. Like you had a better opportunity, you couldn't get it done. So
Yeah,
what makes me think that you're gonna go over here to the NFC East? Now, just because we had a bad year this year, which happens sometimes, in most of the teams except for one, does not mean that's gonna be the case. I don't these New York Giants fans can get super high on the horse and do all the stuff they're gonna do, and my ex-neighbor, he's a huge Giant fan. We used to clown every time they Cowboys played him. I would go next door and knock on the door, mess with him all the time. They still gonna be going through the funk because the Commanders should be healthy next year, so that's gonna be a thing. They should have been in the running this year. The Cowboys better figure out some defense because their offense is damn near unstoppable. And the Eagles, they won the division 2 years in a row, and they still got talent. Now, I don't know what's gonna happen with them. They may be the 3rd or 4th seed because who knows what happens over there with them, but it ain't like the Giants about to just jump to the top of the leaderboard over there, man. That's interesting. I mean, I know what he saw. He saw $20,000,000. He
yeah,
see $20,000,000. I knew it. I knew it. That's what that was, man. He was like,
yeah,
"Hey, Imma go over here and just do what I do and, be competitive, I guess."
yeah. The NFC East is gonna be a fun, very competitive. That's gonna be a competitive division because, like you said, when you got all those guys and Commanders coming back healthy, then you have the Eagles. Of course, we don't know what's gonna definitely show up for them as far as roster, what it's gonna be looking like. But there's still gonna be a team that's very competitive. They have a chance to compete against the Cowboys. Cowboys always been having a fire in offense. Of course, the defense is shaky, but their offense has always been fire. And so it's gonna be it's gonna be fun. I hope he doesn't think that you got all those guys, but it's not gonna be sweet still.
I mean let's be real. He had a way better opportunity this year in his division over in the AFC and in AFC North. Like, you got a struggling Pittsburgh all year, you got a Cincinnati that's broken down, and you got a Cleveland don't know what the hell they wanna do Browns. In fact, in that division, 3 of the 4 coaches are no longer there, and the 4th one should have been gone over there in Cincinnati, because he should have been fired a long time ago. He shouldn't even got another year,
Yeah,
and you couldn't get it done there. What makes maybe it's the reset. Maybe it's just the fact that he needs to reset and sometimes get humbled, clear his thoughts, clear his mind, and then, be like, "Okay, maybe I need to go back to the base." Maybe that's what it is, because
yeah.
other that ain't getting it done. So, hey, I don't know, unless you got some more that you wanna chime in about that one, that is to be determined, right? That's to
No,
be
yeah, we'll
determined.
see. We'll see what the future holds for them.
Right, I hear they still over there fighting about if they want Sean or Shine as the GM still, the New York GM. They ain't even finalized the contract yet because they not sure
Wow.
what's going on, because I heard through the grapevine that Harbaugh wanted to bring in his own GM wherever he went and interviewed. So we gonna see if that plays a part in what happens, because if that's the part, then they ain't ready to sign on the dotted line until Morris said, "Yeah, he gonna have to diminish the GM's role." Remember, he was the one that let Barkley go. He's the one that wanted to sit here and argue. Pay Daniels, he's the one that wanted to make all. He's the one. Everything was him, but they fired Dable. They fired Brian Dable, but they kept him the whole time. And yeah, it just don't. I don't know. New York's a mess. New York's a mess.
All,
So
all I gotta say is when I went back and watched that Hard Knocks with the Giants, and it was about around that season, right when they let the Seahawks go, I was very like I was shaking my head a whole lot. I was like, what is this dude doing? Like, what the
what
decision he was making was not it. You know, what I'm saying? I'm
what's
over there
going
locked in on
on?
episode 2. I'm like, dude, no, like this is not it.
Hey,
But
what is going on? Right? That's what I'm talking about. What's going on here? We don't know.
yeah.
We don't know, but we'll find out. We'll find out. But there's some other interviews going on. There's a lot out there. Those coaches, we're gonna see some movement over the next week. I'm certain about it. I'm certain about it. I mean,
How do you feel about coaches being interviewed and everything while they're still in postseason? I heard the Cardinals are trying to take our defensive coordinator, Coach Rob. They're trying to interview him, I think. And I saw a couple of speculators, a couple of people on Twitter. They were talking about how they didn't really like the whole coaches being interviewed or coordinators being interviewed while they're still in postseason.
it's funny you say that. Is that first of all, Charlotte was out of there anyway. He was gone. We knew Charlotte.
Yeah,
He's too good of a defensive coordinator. The Jets were dumb to get rid of him altogether because their whole team fell apart when he left. They should have just hired a better offensive coordinator for him. But so we knew that was gonna happen. But they know after this today, he gonna have a lot of time to interview after today. So what we talking about?
Man, don't play us like that, man.
After today, it ain't gonna matter. They ain't gonna talk no more. They just like, hey, we'll talk to you Monday. We give you a date of rest, and then we'll talk to you on Monday. We fly you in, feed you good, and then we go ahead and offer you the job. That's all they
That's
talking about.
what that's all they trying to give us the kill shot. They think that we're gonna be out today. That's the only
They
reason why
know
they
what it
talking
is.
to
That's all it is, man. It ain't nothing else. No, but on a serious note, I think that it first of all, they gotta do something. But maybe the NFL needs to come up with something to say coaches during the season can't get interviewed. But here's the problem. If they don't allow for them to be interviewed for those positions that are open, they lose opportunity for those positions because the further they go in the playoffs, that means these teams, they have to figure out because they have situations coming up when they have to decide on what they're gonna do with contract signings, they have to do with hiring other coaches, they're gonna have to find out what they're gonna do as far as scheduling. So the sooner you get a head coach in there, the better. So
them.
it's
Yeah.
tough. It's the good. It's two sides of it, right? The good and the bad. The good is that you're being offered these jobs and you're so good. The bad is that it's going to distract you or take away from you playing the game. Now, if you had any coop about you, if you really had any respect for yourself and for your team, you would put off all those interviews and your agent would put them all off until you're done. Because for you to take an interview while you're still coaching, there's no way that that's not a distraction. That's a distraction.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And you're working with these people, you expect the players to be fully committed and not distracted, but you got coaches going on interviews with three other jobs in the middle of the run. That's a little bit of distraction. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
that's a tough one. That's a tough one. But guess what?
Yeah.
They have time. They got time after. You will be okay. You know what I'm saying? You'll be okay.
Yeah.
It's all right. Talking about games, talking about those games, man. The Bills open up the first game of the weekend going up to Mile High Stadium, and
Yeah.
they go play those rested Denver Broncos. Imma tell you, I did not think I remember talking to your dad and a few other people in the fantasy chat, and we were talking about, with your uncle and everything with Chris and stuff. And we were talking about I said that the Broncos gonna have a pretty good record this year. I remember and they was like, "What are you talking about?" And I thought they would. I didn't think it'd be this good, but I thought they'd play pretty good, have a pretty good record. They are the number 1 seed. They win well at home. I think they were 8-1 at home this year. What do you think is gonna happen with the number 1 sack team, I believe? I think they finished with no sacks in the league, going up against the Bills and Superman Allen, Josh Superman Allen. Because Imma tell
Well,
you, it's on and popping. It's on
yeah,
and popping.
yeah. It's funny that you said the rusted Broncos because I have to admit, I did feel like it was a fraudulent number one seed for the Broncos. I know that, of course, they were a good offense, and it's like you said, as far as the sacks, they were dominant on defense. You have PS2 over there. They're very sound on defense over there. But to me, it just felt like they kept just getting away with some wins. When I saw that they ended up with number one seed, I was like that feels like a very fraud number one seed. And so with them having this bye week, it's like, is that good or bad for them? Like, did they need that extra week to keep things going, to keep things consistent, or are they gonna come back today and it's gonna be like as if they were so high for so long and now it goes right back to low. I don't know. Sometimes that bye week can be good or bad for you. You want to keep things going good for you, and then sometimes it goes bad.
That's true, but still mile high.
My
It's still
high,
mile
yeah,
high. The air
yeah.
is thin up there, and when you're a running team like the Bills are, that's a lot of running and a lot of thin air and a lot of oxygen tanks going on around there. People gonna be see you. I bet you they pan to the sideline a whole lot with having them boys with the mask on their face. I bet you they
That's a
do that
good.
a lot
That's a good
because
over under.
you gotta they move, they run a lot. So that means that it's gonna be, between Josh and James, because it ain't gonna be a lot of passing like it was last week. That's out. Like that stuff that happened where they got wide open and Cooks was cooking down the field, stuff like that. That Shakir doing that, he ain't gonna catch 11 passes today. That ain't happening.
Nah, yeah, he had a
Yeah,
crazy game last week.
not with Pete and Patrick over there too. Nah, that ain't happening. So the question is gonna be, I'm not even gonna say Bo Nix, right? Because Bo Nix, I don't think he's a great quarterback. I don't turn the ball over and stuff like that. He's good at that. He don't get sacked a lot, but I'm not gonna say he's a great quarterback. He's a system quarterback, right? He reminds me of quarterbacks that have won it back in the day that relied on their running game, their defense, and the slow and grind. But their coach is what is why I think the week off is okay. Because I think their coach, he's won a Super Bowl. He's been there before. He's done these things, and he got them. I don't like him so much as a person because I've seen some things that he's done. I don't know personally, but I've seen some things done on the off the camera and on the side that's like, man, that dude's kind of shady, right? But as a coach, do your thing because he got them boys coached up. He got them coached up, and we're gonna see what happens. I think Doc. That's right, Cowboys all day, every day, on your birthday and mine too. But we going, since I got to pick a team that is in it today, I'm going with the Broncos.
I
Broncos,
like I like the Broncos
Broncos,
pick.
Broncos.
I like
Go
the
ahead.
Broncos pick. I like the Broncos pick, but I think that for the controversy of it, I'm gonna go the Bills. I'm gonna go the Bills.
Oh, wait, controversy, controversy. What controversy?
I think that Josh Allen has a big chip on his shoulder. I think he has like as the games continue on as far as playoffs, it just comes as far as like a silent battle as can Josh Allen get it done. He already has all these losses in the playoffs that people knock on him, and then coming into these playoffs, he doesn't have Lamar Jackson in it, and he doesn't have Pat Mahomes. He doesn't have Joe Burrow, so it's almost as if people are expecting him to go out and win. And it's gonna be feel like it's gonna be a lot of talk if he doesn't go do that. And so I think that for that reason, I'm on the Bills side. I want Josh Allen to go be Superman like we say he is.
Hey, I feel you. I feel you. But guess what, man? Here's the thing. There's been a lot of stuff that's been turned over this playoffs already, right? It's been teams losing when they never lose and winning when they never win and all this other stuff. You got the 49ers when Shanahan gets in the playoffs, he only goes to the least he goes to is the NFC championship. You had Josh Allen that never won on the road and he won. You had the Houston Texans that never won on the road and they won. Tomlin and his Steelers lost on Monday night, and you got all these crazy things going on. In this situation, I think the Bills have ran out of their extra mojo this year. They had to come back from game 1 in the beginning of the season, down big to Baltimore. Baltimore gave a lot of leads this year, so that you look back on it, that's not as big as we thought because Baltimore's done it all year. They've given up
Hmm.
leads all year. So that game was just so good, but it turns out that it was just uh, a microcosm of Baltimore's year. But the Bills came back a lot all year long. They've been coming back. Josh coming into the year was winless when he's down by 10 points at half, and he's won 2 games now being down by 10 points at half. He's balled out. I am not mad at him. He is balling out. Good job, Josh. Good job, Josh. But their luck runs out today. Literally runs out. Like run out. Like run out of Mile High because they go down this game, they ain't coming back.
Yeah,
They ain't coming back. Sean Payton is not that coach that's gonna let you just come in there and come back. Come on. You really believe that that's gonna happen? I mean,
yeah,
they
yeah.
they they better not get down. They better get the lead early and hope Bo Nix gotta try to play from behind. But
Hmm.
their defense is too much. They're the sack kings for a reason. So we gonna see.
I
We
like
gonna
it. I
see.
like it. We're gonna see. Yeah, I like that.
But next up, next up, what hold on, what color? Red. That red and white team. That red and white team gets to go against the opposite,
Game
blue.
day.
Blue. There's a blue and green team that's on the other side. Man, them Seattle Seahawks about the all day on them 49ers. Bang, bang, not gonna win today, gang. Come on now, dog.
Man,
They
I know
not
you don't
getting
believe
out of
that.
Seattle. They
I
not
know you
getting out
don't
of
believe
Seattle.
that.
Huh?
I know you don't believe that.
I 100% believe it. Ain't man, I just last week, I just told you, I think Shanahan is the best coach in the NFL. He does more with less. I've seen him take anybody and say plug and play it. To be you a great coach when you can plug and play anybody in any position and still win. Like he got Trent Williams is out. Oh, let's put somebody else there. We'll win. Oh, we over here. Oh, our wide receivers. I'll put somebody else in. We'll win. Oh, our quarterback's out. Oh, put this other quarterback in. They couldn't make it nowhere else. We'll win.
Yeah.
Kittle's out. Oh, put somebody else in. Target. We'll win.
Yeah.
The only person he probably can't win with is McCaffrey being out. Like he need that boy
Yeah.
McCaffrey.
No, yeah, yeah. That's
He
the
need that
anchor.
secret weapon. He need the secret weapon.
That's the anchor back there.
He need white chocolate. He need white chocolate over
Yeah.
there. You know what I mean? But you can only take so much, man. You can only take so many body shots. You can only take so many body shots. So
Bro, I believe that it's going to have to be our defense today. I feel like, of course, things are going to be a little, little iffy on offense. I don't know if exactly the power is going to be there. I hope that the power is there, only because with George Kittle out. I know that puts a lot on Brock Purdy because they're gonna try to shoot the shot at him as far as can he do it without his weapons. Yeah, we have CMC back there, but that CMC is the guy that we're gonna always rely on. So I hope that Brock Purdy is gonna be that guy to really go out there and show up for us on offense. But other than that, our defense is gonna have to swarm around the field. They already saying that Sam Darnold is questionable, so if he does play, then we're gonna have to make sure that he regrets playing. We're gonna make sure that he ends up on the ground every game, every play. We're gonna have to hit him with the Aaron Rodgers round one. Every play that he does, he ends up on the ground. Make sure that he regrets. We'll see Drew Lock by second half, by third quarter. We'll see Drew Lock game by third quarter.
listen, man. No, they got Mr. Feelgood over there, right? You know they got Mr. Feelgood on the sideline for every player in the NFL. Oh, my oblique's hurting. Come here. Come and see Mr. Feelgood. You'll be all right. 3 hours later. Stop, stop. Shoot him up real quick. He won't feel a thing. He will not
Yeah,
feel a thing. He may tear that oblique off the bone or something like that. Or, I mean, off the leg, everything messed up. He'd be all jacked. But he ain't gonna feel nothing. He'll be all right. Like, man, he's a little sore. Just like everybody's a little sore right now. Then
yeah,
that's coaching banter back and forth right now, talking about what's going on with these injuries. Like, yeah, come on, McCaffrey can be on the injury list right now just because everybody can. That's not gonna happen. McCaffrey gonna have nightmares about what happened last time he was over there and he dropped that pass. I mean, let's understand that wasn't a pass that was gonna tie the game. It was gonna get him a little closer. A little
yeah,
bit. It went from 3 to 10 maybe or close to it, but he dropped it, and they intercepted it, and they ran the other way, and there's no guarantee you would even scored right there, but it'd been closer. Man, listen, I have to go to the Cowboys with this comment. You can thank Seattle, talking to you, Seattle. You can thank Micah Parsons for this bullshit that's happening, and it's because DeMarcus Lawrence is over there wrecking shop on y'all team because Micah can't shut his mouth. Parsons talked so much, did so much sideline crazy stuff, and talked crazy about his team that he didn't ran DeMarcus Lawrence out instead of resigning with the Cowboys.
yeah.
And D Law said, "Let me show you what I got left," and he is wrecking shop. So because of him and having something to prove because of Micah and all the other stuff and Diggs and all the back and forth they were doing, man, he may
Nah,
have a Super Bowl. He
yeah,
may
he's
have a
been
Super
going
Bowl.
crazy. He has been
Okay.
going crazy.
He w I was telling my brother, Crime, Chris, I was like, "Man, why he go to Seattle?" I said, "It ain't like he gonna win up there. Why he go there?" That's what I
Yeah,
said would happen this year. I was wrong. I was wrong. I was
yeah.
wrong. I was wrong because he up there and he winning and he doing it big, so Look,
I mean, I gotta give a heads up to Sam Darnold. You know, especially Sam Darnold coming from going to the Vikings to Seattle and having a 13-win season back to back like that. I gotta give a heads up to him too.
14, sir. And don't cheat him out of his win.
Four,
14.
14, 14.
Get it right. Don't cheat him. Don't cheat him. Treat him
True,
because
true.
somebody needs to sign him
Yeah.
again.
Nah, yeah. I have to give him his props for sure.
Hey, so it's cool. So at the end of the day, look, you got your Niners because you're a fan. But I guarantee that if you were not a 49er fan, you would not be picking the 49ers today. You picking them because you're a fan and you got hope. And that's all
Man,
that matters. That you
hey,
still got hope.
hey. When you a fan, that's all you need sometimes is hope. We could be down by three. They still got the ball. That's all you need is hope.
You know I know. You know I know. Man, you know I know. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. Tomorrow, we got to change of the guard, man. We got to move over into Sunday, and the teams that play on Sunday, they got a little rest, right? Little rest. But the first game tomorrow, it's gonna be interesting. The Texans play the Patriots. The
That's a
Texans play the Patriots, another rested team. I mean, well, not rested in the sense of not playing, but rested in the sense they ain't got to travel. The Patriots sit at home. The Texans had to go from one place now to another place.
yep.
I mean, I know last week the Texans whooped up on Pittsburgh like nobody's business, but they played Monday. They whooped them up. Now they got to go in on Sunday.
And it wasn't the prettiest win, but it was definitely a win that woke a lot of guys up. You know, I think they're gonna be looking for Woody to run the ball a whole lot more for him. I think they're gonna be looking for the other receivers to make a big impact because they just got the news about Nico not being there, and so it's gonna be their defense. And we were just talking about the Patriots not putting up a whole lot of points in that win against the Chargers that they just had. So it's going to be, can the Patriots come back from that weak offensive game last week and do what they normally do, and can the Texans do what they normally do and stop them from scoring because they're just so well rounded on defense.
Man, look, this is a change of the guard right now. Like it's a lot going on. Think about the teams that's playing right now. You got the Bills, which they normally get out of the first round. Josh, he know how to win early. So he definitely gets out of the first round. Then he normally has to run into like Patty or something like that.
Yeah.
Different thing. But that's normal on that side. The Broncos, first time over here. They ain't been there in a while. This is like what's news to them in a minute. The
Hmm.
49ers, they normally get out of there. They do their thing. And then Seattle, okay, no, Seattle, you up, down, you ain't been there in a while. It's different. Since they ain't never been out. Like they just now they up here moving. They did win them before at home, but this ain't
Yeah.
normal for them. Where the Patriots, it's been a while. It's been a while. So when I look at it, man, and all these teams that had to make so many changes in the offseason, look, Vrabel is really trying to show that he is that guy. Like Tennessee has to be kicking themselves in the butt for letting him go the way that they let him go.
Yeah. Tennessee hates themselves for that.
They got
Yeah.
they let King Henry go. They let AJ Brown
AJ
go.
Brown
They
go.
let Mike Vrabel go. Come on, man. Tennessee. Tennessee. Oh, y'all the MVPs for a lot of other teams right now. The other teams are
Yeah.
loving you right now. You know what I'm saying? Double,
Yeah.
double, double. They love you up in New England, dog. They love you. They love you over there in New England. It's like, hey, come over here. Like, look, man, the Patriots, I've been calling them since the beginning of the season, the beast of the AFC East. And they have not let me down. They have not let me down.
Yeah.
That's who we thought they were. At least I did.
Yeah.
And they will be playing in the AFC Championship game next week. The Patriots will be playing in the AFC Championship game next week. The only question is, are they gonna be doing it in New England, or are they gonna be going up to Denver. That's
Yep.
it.
Yep.
They can't go nowhere else. They either home or Denver. So we gonna find out. We
And
gonna
and
see.
and I'll hop on board with you because I definitely have the Patriots moving on this week. I definitely that's my pick. I have the Patriots over the Texans.
Oh, there you go. Hey, and he was talking high about them Texans, but he still went with
Yeah.
them bats. He did. And
Nah.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I I don't know if I hate the Patriots, I hated the Patriots, or just hated the Tom Brady version of the Patriots. I don't know. It's like people hating on Patrick Mahomes and winning so much in KC. Like you just gotta hate the winner because they win too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But right
That's how it
now,
was.
I'm loving the Patriots, and I think they're gonna be all right. Last game, man. Oh my goodness. My cousin, my fam. Bank. What up, dog? What up, Bank? How you doing? You good? You good? Listen, I seen your message this morning thinking that I was not speaking my mind or the truth or talking real sense, any type of sense when I
Yeah.
said this. But Bank, those Rams are going to lose to those Bears in Chicago. Let
Facts.
me say it again for you, Bank. Let me say it again. The
That's my
Rams
pick.
are going to lose to those Bears in Chicago. Chicago will be playing in the NFC Championship next week against the Seattle Seahawks.
He just praying
That's
on
what
our
it will be.
downfall. He just praying on our downfall, y'all.
I'm not praying. I'm predicting. Predicting. There ain't gonna be no. All the road teams gonna have a long ride home this week. All the road teams are gonna have a long. It's from going from Illinois all the way back to California, from Chicago all the way back to LA. That's a long trip for the Rams.
Yeah. Yeah.
Going from all the way from New England back to Houston. That's a long trip for the Rams. Now, Frisco and Seahawks, that ain't a long trip. They can drive. All right, they can
Yeah.
drive. They ain't got to
That's
fly that one.
smooth.
They can drive
Yeah.
from one to the other. They just have to, a few hours. It ain't too bad. And maybe they don't want to sit together. They don't want to sit together already because they already know that the Super Bowl is that they play. So they damn sure don't want to go home. In fact, they're gonna go straight to Cancun from Seattle because they don't want to go home, but they don't want to see Levi and know what it's gonna feel like for somebody else to be playing in that.
You know that ain't nowhere near what it is, man. You know that ain't nowhere near what it is. Matter of fact, the only reason why we're gonna be in Levi's Stadium is because we're gonna be putting our gear on. We're gonna be putting them helmets and shoulder pads
Sure.
on,
Hey, like we talked about last
so that we
week.
can go work.
Yeah, work the stalls, work the stall, work the water fountain, work the kitchens, do all that stuff. You got to clean up that mess you talked about they gonna make because if they don't get to the Super Bowl, that's what's gonna
No, but
happen.
I definitely agree with you though, man. I definitely I have the Rams losing, and I'm not even saying that because there are divisional rivals or anything. I can't be biased, but of course
Okay.
The Bears are they're just a fire team right now. They're getting it done. To me, they're the most battle tested team. I feel like Caleb Williams always finds a way to get it done, and some people may say that that's a bad thing, like how we say with Josh Allen getting his wins out the way. But I think with Caleb Williams, I think it's a testament to see that he's just going to be a great quarterback.
Well, it's funny though, man, because and real quick, and lastly, but it's kind of far from Denver to go back to Buffalo, New York. That's a long, lonely road. But that's the other people that got to go home. All these road teams gonna lose this week. But the situation that you're saying there, man, like with Caleb and all the other stuff, they turn the ball over a lot in Chicago,
Yeah.
and we know that the Rams like to throw the ball a lot. It's gonna be cold. Real cold. That ball gonna be hard as a rock. And guess what? It's probably gonna be a couple of interceptions out there today.
Yeah. I can
It's just
see a
gonna be a
few.
couple. It probably be like 3 interceptions over under and 3 interceptions on the game. Um, but I think the Rams gonna have at least 2 of them. I hate to say it,
hmm
but we've seen in the last few games, this boy up in LA have like 7 turnovers in the last 3 games, 3 or 4 games. That's a lot of interceptions
yeah.
in the end of the season for the MVP, and I'm not gonna take away his MVP run this year because he was balling. But the runner up for MVP is gonna be the only one playing on the AFC. I mean, in the championship weekend next week. So we'll see what happens. We'll see because that's what we do. We talk about this type of stuff. We wanna
Hey,
know. I wanna know, EJ, I got a question for you. Y'all lose today, right? Y'all lose. Are you coming in
hypothetically.
next pod still wearing that? Or you actually gon gonna change over to another shirt,
Not,
more like a neutral
no,
color?
no, no, no. No. If things don't work in our favor at the end of tonight, and we just so happen to take that L, you'll see me in more Steph Curry Warriors. I'm moving over to basketball season now. We'll talk. I'll holler at y'all whenever we talk basketball. You know what I mean?
Hey, you know what's funny, y'all? I have to share this with y'all, man. He is faithful to the Bay. Double up because Golden State, they play in
Golden.
San Fran right now, and he got the 49ers. And he live in Texas. He on here,
Hey,
he on the other
hey.
side. He be California dreaming. What you
We are
dreaming?
faithful to the Bay. We are faithful to the Bay. It's actually funny because people. It wasn't until I was a little younger when I could finally decide to have my own fan of a team. And I was at first a Titans fan. I'll admit that for I got cause my dad's a Titans fan, so I was like, I was young. I said, I'm rocking with him. I like Chris Johnson. I like seeing him run the ball and everything. But then I was like, Dad, like the Titans starting to lose a little bit. Like I can't be with your team anymore. I gotta make my own team. So I was
Hey,
like, I was born in California. I saw some California teams. I saw how both teams were around that area. I was like, let me go with the set. I remember this was some years ago. I was like, I like that. I like those teams right there.
hey, all I can say is that at least you got some chips out of them Warriors because you ain't
Oh,
getting no chips out of that red and
it's
white.
actually funny. I was a fan. The year I became a fan of the Warriors was like 2014 when they got knocked out of the playoffs from the Clippers, and then the very next year, 2015, that's when they won the champs. I was like, oh
Hey,
yeah, I
they
took
say you
perfect
good.
timing, huh? Yeah,
Hey,
perfect timing, huh?
it's all good. Hey, I like the war. I like Steph Curry, so I'm cool. I ain't mad at him at all. I think he's the man. We'll talk about that
Yeah,
basketball, but that's a different world because he's balling. But guess what? We out of here because all we do is we just chop about it.
I gotta go catch this game. Get drunk and catch this game later on tonight.
Hey, he gonna be drunk too because he got the drinking sorrows away. That's what's gonna happen. Because let's sport about it. That's all we do. We talk about all sports all the time. We have fun with it. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe. Make sure you chat us. Hit us up in the comments because I guarantee we will reply because we go back and forth with you. We like to do that type of stuff. Keep it easy. Peace out. We gone.
Yes, sir.